atmosphere, which is a mixture of gases, surround the Earth. Now the percentage of the various constituents of the atmosphere remains constant. Like the photosynthetic gas, which is carbon dioxide, its percentage 0.03% is also constant in the atmosphere. Now, during photosynthesis, plants take up carbon dioxide to manufacture food. So, during photosynthesis, carbon gets stabilized as starch from the carbon dioxide that is taken up by the plants. Now, this food that is manufactured in the plants is eaten by animals who survive on plants directly or indirectly. So, there is a flow of carbon in the food chain. Now, the carbon present in the food gets oxidized during respiration and carbon dioxide is given out. Thus, the atmospheric carbon dioxide is refunded. But is that sufficient to keep the atmospheric carbon dioxide level constant? Well, as we know, carbon is the main constituent of protein molecules that is used up to build or form the body structure. Now, what happens to the carbon that is used up in formation of body tissues in both plants and animals? Well, when living organisms die, then the dead matter is consumed by microorganisms which break down the stored carbon in the body tissues to form atmospheric carbon dioxide. So again, atmospheric carbon dioxide is refunded. Fossil fuels such as wood or coal, when burnt, the stored carbon gets oxidized to form atmospheric carbon dioxide. This burning is known as combustion. So combustion of fossil fuels liberates carbon dioxide back to the atmosphere. So this is the entire carbon cycle. See, trees take up atmospheric carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. And finally, food in the form of starch is manufactured. So starch contains stabilized carbon. Now this starch is eaten up by animals. So there is a flow of carbon in the food chain. So now animals have carbon in them. Some of the carbon gets utilized in making up the body tissues, and some of the carbon gets oxidized during respiration to form atmospheric carbon dioxide. Now the carbon that was utilized in making the body tissues, when the living organism dies, the microorganisms act on these body tissues, thus liberating the carbon dioxide back to the atmosphere. Similarly, in case of plants, the stored carbon gets oxidized during respiration to form carbon dioxide. Also, when a plant or a tree dies, they are burned off or they are acted upon or consumed by microorganisms. So by combustion and decay, carbon dioxide is refunded back to the atmosphere. So this entire cycle is known as the carbon cycle. Now, what about the carbon content present in these extinct animals? The carbon content in the body tissues which have not been consumed by the microorganisms. Does this carbon content go to waste? No, it is not wasted. These body tissues that have a lot of carbon content in it gets converted into fossil fuels such as coal and petroleum. Again, combustion of these fossil fuels liberates carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Thus, the percentage of carbon dioxide, which is 0.03%, remains constant in the atmosphere.